Hey everyone, it is Habetler here, bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be breaking down LR Majin Buu Gotenks, or you can just call him LR Buuhan, and we're going to be doing some fun team builds along with this as well. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff, and always a shout out to DBZ Space and the Dokkan Wiki for info and images provided. So here we are in the worldwide celebration, and LR Buuhan here has dropped very good unit. So let's go ahead and start breaking it all down. So first and foremost is the card arts, and I really dig both SSR and TUR card arts here. Very clean. The one to the left, of course, is the SSR. That's what you want to summon for, and then a TUR's on the right there, and of course LR's into LR Majin Buu Gotenks, or LR Bootanks, whatever you want to call them. And the issue with these Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs is that you're not being able to use the TUR or the SSR if you're going to be pulling more than your fill of, getting it rainbowed. You can't really use the other units, and that's kind of unfortunate. So, but it's going to be very tough and rare to, of course, get multiple copies of this, and unless you're wailing out. But anyway, let's go ahead and break it all down. The Invincible Absorption Majin Buu Gotenks, and this is a extreme physical unit. I did, predict all this in the in my prediction video, my speculation video, and I was pretty close. So the leader skill is pretty close as well. This is going to be the Power Absorption or Majin Power category, key plus 4, HP 130, and attack and defense 170. So that key plus 4 is very important here. Makes it a lot easier for other units to be put on the Power Absorption and Majin Power team, and get to at least that 12 key. And of course, if you're LR, you want to get to that 18 key super attack. So so very beneficial with that key plus 4. But unfortunately, Majin Power and Power Absorption, you'll see in the kind of the team builds, it's pretty limited, right? You're better off probably just running more of a Majin Buu team if you want to focus on the LR Buuhan here. But once again, the diversity and flexibility, not very strong with those two categories. But let's talk about the standalone unit in itself, because it's very good, the rest of all this. So I would say the leader skill is the weakest out of everything. So super attack is Destructive Grenade 12 key, and Kamehameha is the 18 key, and it raises attack plus 30% unconditionally. So Kaioken mechanic on the attack on the 12 key, and then a defensive stackability for 30% on the 18 key. So you get to pick and choose. So if you want to raise your attack up and you want to do mass amount of damage, you can just go ahead and focus on the 12 key. And then if you want to stack defense, like if you want to run the Legendary Goku event, then you can do the 18 key and stack that defense there. So I really like that that option. So so really powerful there, both being stackable. Passive skill, Evil Scheme is this is more, the passive is definitely more HP oriented here. Recovers 12% HP at the start of a turn, which is fantastic, and in attack and defense 120%, plus an additional key plus 1 per type sphere obtained. So we've often seen, like Rainbow Key, get that extra plus 1. This is something different, whereas any other type, so there's not really type advantage. Well, your type advantage, if you're picking up a physical type sphere, now you're getting plus 3, but everything else is giving you plus 2, which is phenomenal. So huge benefit there. And then you got a medium chance, which is a 25% chance of launching an additional super attack. So very powerful. I really like how they built the super attack and the passive skill here. Now the active skill, in my opinion, is going to be better than LR Super Vegito, because the absorption active skill here, absorbs Ultimate Gohan, can be activated when HP is 50% or more starting from the 4th turn of the battle. And since this unit already provides HP recovery at the beginning of each turn, this is pretty awesome. So so it kind of works together, this unit in itself. So you will be able to turn into Buuhan a lot quicker. However, the only problem with that is when you'll see when we we switch over to Buuhan, you're gonna lose the stack ability. So you might want to stay with Gotenks for a little while longer if you want to continue to stack attack or defense. But remember, the attack 30% is for SA multiplier, not directly toward the attack. But defense, you might want to beef that up if you feel like you're a little squishy. So link skills, no surprise on the link skills here. Majin, shocking speed, metamorphosis, fear and faith, the wall, standing tall, fierce battle, and legendary power. But it will change when you change into Buuhan here. Category is actually a nice set of categories. Is Majin Buu Saga, Transformation Boost, Artificial Life Forms, Kamehameha, Final Trump Card, Majin Power, and Power Absorption. So the stats are solid as well. Unfortunately, the attack is under 20,000. So that was kind of a surprise, but that HP is pretty ridiculous at 25,000. So 25,000 HP, 19.9, which is you're right there. But once again, it does have that super attack, buff at 12 keys. So, and then the defense is at 14,000. So really, really strong. So let's go ahead and look at the absorption or transformation into Buuhan. All right, so it's a lot easier to do than Super Vegito. We'll talk about Super Vegito in another video, but here we go. Invincible Absorption, Majin Buu Ultimate Gohan. Buuhan kind of has an official LR now, so even though this is a transformation one, we will be calling this LR Buuhan. Pretty much everything stays the same on leader skill and categories, but super attack, I forgot to highlight the super attack here. It raises attack 30%, but only for one turn. So no more stacking on your 12 key or your 18 key. So, but like I should have bold and highlighted for that one turn, but you guys know that. So the passive skill, Evil Potential, I don't know why they dropped it to recovers only 10% versus 12%. They could have just kept it at 12%. It's not a huge deal, but it is a debuff there. Recovers 10% versus 12% at the start of a turn after transformation. However, you get your attack and defense increased to 150%. You still be able to launch that additional attack and has a medium chance of becoming super attack, 25%. Your key +1 per key sphere obtained is still there. The additional to this when you become Buuhan is +5 the key for 5 turns from the first appearance, and then seals super attack of the attacked enemy for 5 turns. However, just once only. So I'll have to kind of test this out. Once only for an attacked enemy. That's, we'll kind of have to figure that out. Maybe you're able to do it more than once. Maybe that once only is for that 5 key for 5 turns. But yeah, it just seals super attack of attacked enemy for 5 turns. Now maybe I'm reading that wrong as well, and once again, this is something I'm gonna have to test a little bit more on. It could be saying that you're able to seal enemy super attack for 5 turns, not to seal it for 5 turns. Hopefully you get that right. You can seal multiple people, but you can only do it for 5 turns. Does that make sense? So I like I said, I'm gonna have to test it out a little bit more. Anyway, comment below if you know exactly what it actually means there, and if you guys have already tested it out. So link skills is the only thing that really changed was the fear and faith turned into big bad bosses, and you would rather have big bad bosses, especially if it's going to be level 10. That is an amazing attack and defense boost of 25%. Is unconditional. It's pretty awesome. Category still stays the same. Stats of course stays the same, and I think overall standalone this is a very solid unit. They built it really good. It's not overly broken. It is just A+, or A, maybe not the extra plus, but just a solid A. So so yeah, first class type of card here. You definitely want to summon for it. And like I said, the only issue I have with it is the flexibility with power absorption and Majin Power, which leads me into the next part of the video, and that's actually doing some team building. And I was just kind of messing around with the combinations, and you just want to run a Majin Power or Majin Buu style team, and that's going to give you your best results. Unfortunately, JP actually has the better options with some boos, right? So you got the Tech Boo, the Buff Boo there, and then you have the Easy A Physical Fat Boo. Those are good options too to put on this team. The best 2 units to run for LR Buuhan here is Easy A Buuhan and Transformation Super Boo. So those 2 units will link up very well. The rest links up okay, but not as well as I think probably Buuhan's the best out of all of them. Especially when you transform into Buuhan, you're rocking and rolling. Power absorption, you have these other random units like Cell, Cooler, Android 13, Omega, stuff like that. That it's very, it's not going to link very well. And that's once again the reason why that had that +4 to key is because they're like, well, they're not going to get any huge benefits from running like LR 30% Cell and AGL Metal Cooler on this team here. So you're going to need that additional plus the key, just in case you're not linking very well. And in a sense, it really doesn't. So, so this is the Majin Power team that you can run. It's not overly great, right? You can do a little combination, put another LR on here as well, but your LR options are limited on Power Absorption and Majin Power. So, and of course on JP, you also have the transforming Evil Boo and Fat Boo, which I didn't put as an option here. On JP I should have, but that of course is going to be one of the best in slots in here if you can actually use it, and on JP you can. So just make a note of that. I didn't put the unit in of itself on here. So if you for some odd reason don't want to run a full Boo team, or you don't have Majin Buu units for some odd reason, you can still run a power absorption team with something like this. Not very, I don't know what's the word, inclusive, or it's not going to link up very well, right? So the power absorption team with no boos, you can run something like this. I'm sure it's going to do fine, but in the higher end type of events that you're running toward, it's just not very optimal. Optimal is the word, right? So optimability on this, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Another team that you can run would be more like an Easy A team. So this is a full Easy A team that you can run, and like I said, the JP version has a few other Easy A units that you can run on here, so that is an option. And then finally I was like, I always kind of do like a mono team, and I was like, oh, can you do a full physical team? Not really. So you do have the Super Boo at 50% support and the Kid Boo. Running both of those are incredible, but you're kind of missing one spot. And on JP, you can only run the Fat Boo here. On Global, this wouldn't be even possible. And then you have to run some free-to-play units to make a physical team. Now, once again, given since you're going to be running Kid Boo and 50% support Super Boo on the main rotation, and everything else is floating, you might just do just fine. But anyway, it's not as diverse as some other teams that you can run. So once again, more limitation from power absorption and Majin category. So how do you really use LR Gotenks, LR Buuhan here? You're gonna want to put him or them on another team, right? So I would say Transformation Boost and Majin Buu Saga are probably the two that you want to put on Easy A Boo, and then LR Buuhan. And Kamehameha has as an option as well. Of course, you can put on Final Trump Card and Artificial Life Forms, and they all work, right? It all works, and you can run Transformation Boost 150 liter strength Super Boo as well, Transformation Super Boo as well. But that's probably going to be your best bet. Very limited, and just it says it's extreme unit, right? You rather run it with an extreme team. But so that's why Transformation Boost I put on top. But with Majin Buu Saga, you're gonna run LR Super Vegito, Kamehameha, you're gonna run Gohan, Final Trump Card, you're gonna run Vegito or Gogeta. So Artificial Life Forms, you can run Baby, but Baby doesn't really link up very well with these units here. But you could run that as an option. Plus it's only 130% unfortunately. So if you don't have Buuhan or Transformation Buu, then you can run Easy Kid Buu or the new Bukalo, and really the LR Gotenks and Bukalo really don't link up that great either. Like 4 links, I think they link up with each other. And then when you transform to Buuhan, it's even worse. So yeah, I think if you're going to be running Buu, you're probably going to be putting these units on a different team rather than running maybe a full Buu team like the Majin Power team. So those are my thoughts, and I really like the unit, but being more of, hey, you know, team building overall, things of that nature, having that leader skill that's still limited with power absorption and Majin Power, you know, keeps it from me saying that this is, you know, better than Super Vegito. I think Super Vegito is still a better unit, but we're gonna go ahead and break that, you know, team down as well. So with that, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like Buu better? You guys like Super Vegito better? Tell me what you guys think about these teams here. Did I miss anything? Come up with your own teams, comment below, do all that good stuff. And if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, and again, comment below. And anyway, thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning, and we'll catch you next time. Later.